Hey guys, today I'm Innocent Contra, and welcome back to my blind read-through of 2236 AD. When last we were together, all of that. It was so much. We're so much smarter now. And then we arrived at a decision. So we're gonna make a decision. I actually made the decision before I started recording the video by just flipping a coin. It's like, what am I gonna do? I don't know. I feel like with this game, either of these choices could be very substantial. So I flipped the coin. Heads was chase after Senpai. Tails was don't chase after Senpai. And I got heads. So we are going to chase after Senpai. Let's go. Phase 18, Hold Me. March 10th, 2235 AD. Now, is this just a possibility, or is this... wait a minute. The game's done this a couple of times where it'll just tank the message speed for some reason. Don't know why that keeps happening. Huh? Why are you here? It's my big sister's graduation ceremony. Oh, I see. Long time no see. Sure is. It's been since middle school graduation? Yeah, wow. It's getting up there. But you know, I've heard a lot of stories about you from my sister. Is that so? Oh. Looks like Sis is here. Hey, Yotsuba-kun. There are such things as equilateral triangles, right? It refers to a triangle that is equal on all sides. So, they're extremely beautiful, right? I can see God himself sitting on this figure. Reason being, because this triangle has been an equilateral triangle far, far back before any of us were born. Oh boy. Not only that, but it will continue to be one far, far after we all die. I think that is something truly amazing. You can almost see a message from God within this figure. This figure is words. An equilateral triangle is God's words. I want you also to know that this adoration... I want you to also know this adoration and trace of fear. It's truly beautiful, isn't it? The past or the future? Which one is longer? March 20th, 2236 AD. Okay. Yotsuba-kun, you came here as well, did you? I'm very glad you passed. Since you're a good boy, I'll pat your head. Why, thank you. Good boy, good boy. Please stop. Not on display for the whole town. It's okay. No one is watching. Senpai's scent. She gives off an elegant floral aroma. Oh no. Are we going to Weird Town? This game's going full Weird Town, isn't it? It's about to. Oh, here we go. Humanity. Humanity has created nothing. Through the existence of the archive, our creativity has been negated. All literature, all music created by humanity, culture existed from the beginning as a resource of the universe. What we call the world and universe was a collection of things fancied and bestowed meaning by Alice out of all the possible combinations of these resources. Meaning that even humanity's best attempts at creation were nothing more than a single sentence handpicked by Alice. Oh boy. You are not handling this whole knowledge of the universe thing well, are you? I had always thought it peculiar that all literature and music from before Paradigm Lost still remains up till now, but I couldn't quite wrap my head around why, but now I understand. Paradigm Lost refers to the reassignment of the meanings given by Alice. The only things before Paradigm Lost that remain are the things that Alice once again assigned the same meaning to. Everything is by the will of Alice. It all becomes incomprehensible. 18-dimensional space, dimensional permutation, the archive. None of these things matter. What is it? What is our existence? Meaning? It's foolish, isn't it? Hey, Yotsuba-kun, it's so hard for me. I need someone to help me stand up. I'm so tired. I want someone to build me up. I want them to contain me here before I disperse and melt into the air. We need to get you, like, all the way the hell out of here. Where is Dr. CS? We got a problem. No, I don't want to be alone. There's somebody way too high on the archive juice right now. The Akashic juice is way too strong. We need to get this bitch out of here. I don't want it. Senpai, you mustn't let it get to you. Dr. CS, she isn't human. It's normal for someone to end up like you. I don't care anymore. I'm not a normal human being. Huh? I'm not a normal human. What? You did what? I killed my little sister? With a pair of scissors? I cut her up into little pieces? Are you just like being a silly Billy right now? It was exquisite. Do you know the blood that flows in your arteries is all red and vibrant? It's so vivid. But you know, that memory is a lie. I was a pussycat, a regular Puss in Boots. The one being scolded was me. The one being scolded was a pussycat. Alice, you see, was more interesting here. We will not disobey Alice. We don't even realize that. Then what does that make me? What am I? What about me? Am I good? Am I pretty? Am I funny? Am I kempt? No, I'm a disorderly mess. Yeah, you kind of are a bit of a mess right now. Not gonna... What? Well, that's a shift, ma'am. Okay. All right, the boring sex scene is over. The nudity is not. It. Excuse me? It. Who is it? What's it? Are you satisfied now? Put your clothes back on. Then disappear. I want to die. I want to... Oh boy. We're visual noveling again. I want to die. Kill me. Die. If you want to die, then go ahead and die. You're filthy. No way, Yotsuba-kun. Don't come near me. Yotsuba-kun, I love you. Stay back. Yotsuba-kun, I love you. I love you. I am in love with you. As it approaches me closer, I punch the thing in the face with all my might. Ow. Oh, jeez. Oh, man, here we go. Okay, just some good old-fashioned beating up a girl, I suppose. Okay. I strike. I punch. I kick. This thing's face distorts like crazy. The color of its body turns red, blue, black. Dude, what is happening? What is going on? What have we done? Oh, man. I'm so confused. I thought I had things figured out. I think I liked this game better when we were talking about weird science and philosophical stuff and meaning. I kick its head. Its flesh is springy. Sound of my strikes are blunt. So ugly, so ugly, so ugly. It's getting uglier and uglier, dirtier and dirtier. It's ugly, so I kick it. It gets uglier because of that, so I'll kick it more. I feel an unthinking revulsion towards dirty things. This act is to remove the filth that has coiled itself on my body. I just keep doing what I am. It's an act with no end. However, what lies there is only the present, so I desperately continue trying to avoid it. How many hours have passed? It might be a minute, might have been an hour, maybe even a whole day. That concerns me little, however. The only thing I'm focused on is trying to expel that ugly thing, that filthy thing from my domain. Finally, its face is swollen, its nose broken, its eyes smashed, and its long hair torn to pieces. It oozes out black blood, now reduced to garbage, waste. It almost stops moving. I'm tired. I'm tired of punching and kicking. There's absolutely no point to this. It seems like it's trying to make sounds. Yotsuba-kun. Ayo, stop it. April 7th, 2236 AD. What are you doing? What? It's a good thing. No way, hold on. Why? Is it bad? I mean, senpai, it's not good for you to be doing this. Where's the harm? Just accept it. Please stop. Aww, then I'll take you by force. Oh, jeez. Please stop. I shake off senpai's forceful grip and strike her hard in the face. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Are you okay? Oh, we just smacked her in real life? This is a little confusing. I'm not even sure what's real and what's not anymore. It's okay. It does really hurt, though. Senpai... Oh, jeez. Huh. Your nose is bleeding. Oh my, you're right. That's no good. I'm sorry, I didn't mean for this to... Just forget about it already. Are you not gonna wipe away the blood? I should. What happened? Why did you think I was going to wipe it off? I don't quite know. I mean, that's what you would normally do? When I get a nosebleed, I like leaving the blood trailing out. Or rather, I fixate on looking at the blood whenever I bleed. I also lick it to test the flavor. You could say I like blood. I think, oh, I'm alive myself. I have life. Ooh, life juice. Oh, man. Don't show me that, man. That's... Also, blood is warm. Please stop showing me that. No reason to stay here. Let's leave. So I go off searching. Where did they go off to? October 1st, 2234. You're early today, senpai. I'm glad you came. Force of habit, you could call it. Maybe it would have been better if I just cut the damn thing off. I'm guessing this isn't a joke. I turned off Moscow before coming. You missed senpai yesterday. Why did you do that? You want to know? I thought I'd ask. Okay. Senpai picks up the scissors left in the room after yesterday's assault incident. Okay, we're kind of catching up with what happened here. Dried blood still on the scissor blades. Then, as if to show them off, snip. She closes them right in front of her face. The black powder comes fluttering down. It's not a pretty sight. I wanted to see blood. My right finger throbs. Blood is essential for our lives, right? I wanted to see that blood. I wanted to see your blood. Why? Why would you? Because I like you, Yotsuba. I don't understand what you mean. I mean it in the sense that I like you. You don't like me. I like you. You don't like me. I like you. You don't like me. Senpai, you do not like me. I like you, Yotsuba. Are you saying it for real? I really like you. But like has a lot of meanings to it, right? Like, you mean it in another way, don't you? I mean, I'm attracted to you. I'm attracted to you. I'm in love with you, Yotsuba-kun. I'm in love with you, Yotsuba-kun. I'm in love with the one and only Yotsuba-kun in the world. You're lying. That's just a lie. Why? Why won't you just accept that? Because it's weird that you've come to love me. I've been telling you that I have Haru for a long time now. That I have a very important person that I could never forget. Someone as smart as you should be able to understand. If you want to fuck, then go ask someone else. Unfortunately, I am not as petty of a person as Senpai thinks I am. Anyone is fine. A man who's conveniently obedient to you, easy to handle, and will sleep with you. If he fits that criteria, it doesn't matter, even if it isn't me. If you can be a goddess before that person, then it doesn't matter who it is. If it's okay that it isn't me, go ask someone else. There's no way that you could ever love me. I hate myself. I do not understand a single thing about you. I don't even attempt to comprehend. That's why you should not love me. Reason being that it would be strange for anyone to love me. I hate both myself and the senpai. That's why you hate me, senpai. Hating me, things stand fine just like that, don't they? I love you, Yotsuba-kun. It's my meaning. Negative. Easily swept up in things. You love my nature of having shaky rationales, and that's it. Like I said, what you love isn't me, it's my meaning. Negative, easily swept into things. You love the nature of having my shaky rationales, and that's it. Okay, had to reread that again. What you love isn't me myself. You simply love the meaning that you've stuck onto me, and that's all. Yeah, you kind of like, I guess, love the ideal of someone. I still don't know, like, where this is kind of happening, though. We'll figure it out, I hope. Hey, wait. Listen, Yotsuba-kun. While it is true that you're a convenient guy in my life, and if there's a guy as convenient for me as you, anyone may very well fit that bill, but, I have to have you, Yotsuba-kun. After all, you're the one who stayed here for me. The only man who will do things like this for me right here and now, who will fuck me now, is you, Yotsuba-kun. There is no one else. The person standing before me now, Yotsuba-kun, is you and you alone. Leave something behind. That is the Yotsuba-kun that I love. Yeah, we don't even know where we're at now, I guess, again. Ever since we lost the concept of time, how much time has passed? I continue to wander this infinitely spreading desert. Are we just kind of like going through scenarios that could have happened with her? I'm just kind of confused as to what actually is happening here. I don't know if like what we're seeing is like, oh, like this is the real thing that happened. The archive. Here exists everything. That's why that person should be somewhere around here. That beautiful person. The person whose name I cannot remember. It's you again. When I turn around, sometimes they are there. It looks like they're coming with an apologetic expression on their face. So ugly. This is the archive. Here exists everything. The Akashic Library, where all books exist. The Akashic Record, where all sounds exist. The Akashic Greengrocer. The Akashic Zoo. The Akashic General Store. The Akashic Museum. The Akashic Temp Agency. There's anything and everything, but the facility that the doctor led me to seems to be nothing more than a single part of the whole thing. Thinking about it, if we were to say that there are 10,000 characters, then how many of them would be a character string that makes sense to me? In Japanese, hiragana has 50 sounds, so you should be able to make character strings of a number of ways equal to 50 to the 10,000th power. That would possibly be a far greater number than the total number of atoms in the universe. That's why there is a greater number of things without meaning than things with it. Even if I say that this place that the doctor led me to has everything, it's a domain that has collected things we can comprehend even among those other things. If that were so, where I'm walking right now could be called the Akashic Storage Shed. There are so many things lined up around me that are incomprehensible in purpose and meaning. It's a graveyard of things that were never given meaning by Alice. Having come all the way here, I wonder what in the name of hell I am trying to find. I'm with you on that, friend. Should I dispose of that thing following behind me here as well? I feel like I kicked something buried in the desert sand. It's a brown-colored new model smart tool. This is it. What is it? Hey, it's Shiraishi. Hey, how's it going? What you doing? Oh, there's still a lot of battery life left. An expressionless Shiraishi and a message shows up on the display. Please state your business. Looks like it looks like it's not acting much like a pass anymore. It's expressionless and not talking. All human data has been erased. I will only act by user operation. I am searching for a new user. Are you my new user? Did you get tossed away and abandoned? Who would do that? Oh. I get it. I think up a certain something. The plot would be the most pleasurable for me and the most humiliating for it. There's always more than one way to take out the trash. I duck out of sight while there's a gap in its attention. Thinking that it has lost sight of me, it looks around in a confused stupor. Quite comical. I give Shiraishi, whom I'm split into two, the order. So I kind of have to stop and explain a bit of what happens here because I absolutely cannot show it. I know that the description of the scene I'm about to relay may be gross to some, but hopefully knowing that none of this is actually happening and that this is all meant to be for shock value and is being used as a metaphorical tool may help. So the command that Yotsuba gives Shiraishi, the smart tool that he has split into two beings, is to gang rape it. And so they do. And once they're finished, Yotsuba himself gives in to his own sexual urges and approaches the it/Hime, much to its acceptance and delight. A few moments later, he hears more voices, which turn out to be the cries of Haru and Masako. The Shiraishi that he had split into two are then depicted having sex with a naked Haru and Masako, while the it/Hime continues grabbing onto and embracing him and like just kind of like coiling around him like a snake, and he's being forced to watch this happen. And we'll pick up right after this moment where Yotsuba is watching helplessly and growing more and more desperate and angry. Stop it! Oh! I don't know how well that came through, but I heard scissors? I heard scissors that, and it looks like those were some very powerful scissors because they just decapitated our Shiraishi situation over here. Oh, did you do this? Oh, ma'am. Jesus. Oh, you are, well, this is a situation, but I noticed the callback here. I got you. And this all up here, that's a little problematic. Is it just like, okay, do it to the doppelganger now? The it/Hime, I guess we will call it. Guess that's it either talking or farting at me. Oh! Well, I guess it's okay. They're doppelgangers. Okay, yeah, there's only 2 people left here. And it's definitely gonna be you. Is this our end of Evangelion moment? Oh, okay. Okay. I'm wincing preemptively. As she reached up to stop him from the looks of it here. This is about the only way I think you could react to this whole situation that just happened in the last 5 to 10 minutes. Those are appropriate sounds to be making, I think. Yotsuba-kun. Hey, Yotsuba-kun, wake up. E.B. Hey, Yotsuba. Care to step out? The city is very pretty. Say, what do you think? Not anything in particular. Hey, open your gate and listen. Listen to my voice. This world is surrounded by so much scenery and so many different things. I think being able to be moved and pleased by its many beauties raises your happiness levels to the high side. Happiness levels, huh? I now know Alice is someone with impeccable taste. What do you mean? I mean that whatever I think is pretty in actuality. Alice bestowed upon us the meaning pretty, and the one who gave meaning so that I can feel that thing, so that I can feel that thing is pretty, might have been Alice. But even so, I think how I feel is genuine. I think to myself, boy, that sure is pretty. Huh? Senpai, where are you? Hey! Senpai! Aw, damn. Now we're separated. Right here. Where? Right here. What are you doing? I thought I'd do a little sunbathing. I don't think you'll be catching many rays here. Cat's out of the bag, huh? Very much so. This room is very pretty as well. That is true. Also, it's very sentimental. It has a very sentimental impression about it too. You had some hard times, yeah, but that is already in the past. You can't pretend that the past doesn't exist. The past is a part of you, after all. However, you are not your past. Let's go. I got you. Okay. I see. The green is pretty. The streets of people are pretty. The desk and chairs are pretty. That was a pretty place. This is the scene of the town I used to live in long ago. I want to come again. I don't know, Hime. I think after that last scene, I think you're probably good on that. I think you're fine. You're topped up. You might be right about Alice having good taste. You get it? Yes. It's not just the scenery, the laws of our world, time and motion, meetings and separations. We're born, we grow, we die. There's the law of conservation of mass, right? In other words, things in this world will grow anew and diminish as well. Meaning the past, the present, and future are all the same. Even if you were to die, the things that shape you would never cease to be. They would continue to remain in this world, within my heart, for example. Hey, you must have noticed yourself, right? We're melting, you and I. We're starting to melt into this world. Before we even realized it, we were already traveling to a universe with different aspects. Okay, this isn't just being like fancy and like I want to do a cool shot. This is actually literally like the dimension we traveled to. Was it because we visited the archive and learned the meaninglessness of this world? We might turn into what the Doctor is soon enough. I don't know. I think we're about to just become a little people puddle. Still, though, I don't share. I don't share any disgust or intrigue. I'm sure that stems from me liking this world. The characters that shape the sentence that represents me are dispersing all over, trying to form yet another sentence. But I think I will cease to fade into eternity and continue to remain. That is most likely the 19th dimension that Dr. CS spoke of. Hey, Yotsuba-kun, I love you. So, when that time comes, let's disappear together. Hey, are you still awake? And I'm just talking to myself. I hated AIs and the canals, mostly because both of them didn't use real words. For example, if an AI says that they're happy, do they really hold a sense of happiness? Just because a character string derived from some machine's algorithm just so happens to form happy, it's not as if the machine holds an emotion that denotes that it's actually happy, right? I've gotten to think about these sorts of things. The canals are the same way. The canals are like Alice's blood. The canals are like Alice's blood. In actuality, if there are no happy people around in them, only data that says happy will ever flow through them. It's in a meaningless fashion. Perhaps I'm overthinking it. Alas, I'm at a point where I can only trust a human being I can converse with face to face. Perhaps this is what they call seeing Alice. But it doesn't quite feel right. It doesn't feel quite like that right now. I'll try to stop being so suspicious. Right now, I believe that if a person says they're happy and that person seems to be delighted, then I can assume that they are in fact happy. This is all thanks to you. Don't ever forget. October 5th. Now for today's weather. Today will be cloudy with occasional sunshine. Light showers are expected to hit certain areas. This morning, when I wake up, Senpai is no longer there. A spare key is left on top of the desk. Senpai stepped out. The only things left in the room are a slightly sour smell and an elegant floral aroma. That's Hime Senpai's scent. October 6th. Now for today's weather. Today will be the same as yesterday, cloudy with occasional sunshine. Once I bury my head in the futon mattress, it was with Senpai's lingering scent. Before I know it, a whole day's time has passed. Senpai, Senpai, Senpai. I had no clue before, but now I do. My feelings, what I have been afraid of, the fact that I have no need to be afraid of it, and what I need to be doing now. All of that I get now. I'm glad somebody does. Though, it seems that I'm a tad late on that. Where are you off to? Please wait up. I'm gonna find you now. There are absolutely no clues. I don't have the faintest idea as to where this person might be. It's alright though. I've grown used to searching for that person. Hime Shion. A beautiful name for senpai who has been crowned with the name of a goddess. As long as I can keep remembering this, everything else will be okay. Let's try finding her. Hey, hey! I spot some pretty jewels in a shop in the midst of searching. This would fit senpai for sure. I withdraw the money and buy it. This time I spot a cute hat in the clothing store. This would fit senpai perfectly. I buy it. I spot some delicious looking manju buns in the food stall. These would make senpai happy. I buy them. I keep buying one thing after another that I think would please senpai as I search for her. When I find senpai, I will manage to please her and get a nod of approval. After all, I want to please her most in the world. However, things don't pan out so well. I really search for her all over only to not find her. She's nowhere to be found. Before I even realize it, I end up using all the money I have. That was a smart idea. I'm hungry. There are loads of different foods inside the shopping bags. Problem is, these are all things I bought for senpai. They say better the purse starved than the body. They also say you cannot fight on an empty stomach. Yeah, I am sure the manju buns I bought at first have already gone stale, I say to myself, deciding to make them my meal. So good. I remember the time back then. I wonder if senpai would remember the taste as well. I keep searching for a very, very long while, but I'm unable to find senpai anywhere. Alrighty, here's the question, Yotsuba-kun. I'm up for the challenge. Here we have Taro-kun and Akane-chan. They both start walking, with Taro-kun at 80 meters a minute, and Akane-chan at 50 meters a minute. When they start, Taro-kun is in front of Akane-chan by 50 meters, and the two continue the exact same way. Now then, the question is, will these two ever meet? Think in the scope of everyday life. When was it that she posed that question to me again? I can remember it like it was only yesterday, but I feel like senpai has gone somewhere much further than yesterday or even tomorrow. I knew it. I won't reach senpai, will I? Senpai, the person who I admire most. The cute hat gets blown away by the wind. And I bought that for senpai too. Damn it all. I want to cry. I resume my search for a long, long time. My legs already feel like a couple of stiff rods. But I'm fine, so long as they can keep walking. There's only a finite number of places that Hime-senpai can go in this world, so I'm sure I'll be able to find her in due time. As long as I don't give up, in due time I'm sure. I pass off the jewels to a pawn shop for cash. I do think they would have looked perfect on senpai, so it makes me feel like they've gone to waste. But I can't afford to keep going on searching for senpai. Exactly how long has passed since I dashed out of her room? I don't know. I haven't looked at my watch or calendar in a while. My spine is hurting because I haven't been laying down to rest lately. The canker sores in my mouth are hurting because I haven't been feeding myself right either. My now blistered up feet have passed the limits of pain and have gone completely numb. Then I take my final piece of food, the last sasadango dumpling from its bamboo leaf wrapping, and pop it into my mouth. It has already gotten completely hard. Despite that, its sweetness seems to permeate my worn body. Now I'm unable to eat anything else. I'm also almost out of money. I still won't give up. Senpai, where did you go off to, senpai? Where indeed? So beautiful. The world is so very pretty. A beautiful apology composed of balance and symmetry. How I was able to be born in such a beautiful world such as this. I'm filled with joy, and it's a great honor, but I cannot find reason as to how. The sky is pretty, the clouds are pretty, the mountains are pretty, the streets are pretty. Why is there a place for me in this pretty world? Me. Body beaten to hell and back, mouth full of canker sores and dirty. Why? That's because, you see, you too are beautiful. I hear a voice. I definitely hear it. That person's voice. The soft voice belonging to the person I've been searching for a long, long, long time. Her build is slender, but so tall for a girl that she overshadows me. Long black hair, and above all else, beautiful. No doubt about it, it's Senpai. It's Hime Shion. I yell out and run after her. My body may be beaten up and I may not have anything to offer Senpai, but I just move my feet towards the person I've been searching for with resolute desire to see her. Whoa! Senpai. Are you Yotsuba-kun? Senpai. Hime Senpai. So this is where you were. I finally found you. That soft, warm body, the elegant floral aroma. No mistaking it. It's Senpai. Hime Senpai, my love. You went through the effort to find me. Senpai, I embrace Senpai even tighter. I'm glad. Senpai embraces me back. Yotsuba-kun, I love you. I love you too. Yotsuba-kun, I really love you. I really love you too. I'm in love with you. I didn't understand till now, but now it's all clear. Yotsuba-kun. Hime Senpai, I love Senpai in all her beauty. The thought crosses my mind that I only love the fact that she's beautiful and not Senpai herself. That's not the case, though. She's not a goddess. I consider Senpai beautiful, so she has to stay as Senpai. She's right here, with me in her embrace, occasionally with some ugly parts about her, but she's beautiful regardless, no matter how many times, no matter what. As if it were preordained from the start. I have to have this girl known as Hime Shion. Senpai is beautiful. I love Senpai in all her beauty. But doing what we're doing in a place like this is a little bit embarrassing, don't you think? It is fine. We no longer are visible to anyone else. So I guess that's the promise, to disappear together, finally, after all this time. After whatever time means and wherever we scurried off to. Yeah, okay, here's credits. So... Okay, that was definitely a lot more metaphorical and existential than the Haru ending we got. My interpretation is that in like the most violent and sexually charged manner, Yotsuba chose to join Hime in exploring like the vast ends of the universe and the possibilities, and I guess they kind of just did that until like the game uses the term melting, so I think that's a good way to get across what I'm saying. They melt and dissolve from, I guess, the meaning or like the full sentence that is, in this case, like what makes them up is what we might see as a person. In that process, like they likely separated at some point, lost track of one another, which I think explains Yotsuba just kind of like slumming around for a while after she disappears, and then right at the end they traverse enough possibilities to maybe meet one last time, and finally, you know, the promise to disappear together can finally be realized, and they basically become meaningless. As for the overall theming, this one, I think, even more so than the Haru route, is getting a lot across. I think that Yotsuba's toxic masculinity and his views on women as sexual objects, they're like super duper central to what's being depicted in that fucking wild fever dream of a sequence with all the violence and the sex. Like the bit where Shiraishi is having sex with Haru and Masako, which I don't know why she's there. That's an interesting thing. But that bit where he split him in two and he's having sex with both Haru and Masako, I think in some way represents someone taking away something that Yotsuba sees as his. And I feel like the way that Hime kind of gets roped in and drawn into all this is that, like, it's his anger that, like, she's not this ideal thing that he's sort of projected onto her, much like he isn't the image that she's projected onto him through her own domineering personality. And, like, their ideal imageries, I guess, they clash and they crash and burn, and meaning becomes less and less important the further they go, until all that's left is just this acceptance of, like, the people that they are/were, flaws and all, like, when they can finally make this journey together. I don't know that Hime could have had any other type of ending. Like, she's not a character where, like, a Haru type ending works. It wouldn't be true to who she is. I think that despite the fact that I think that she comes off extremely cold and distant for a lot of this game, and that it's almost hard to find an emotional core in her with the way that she kind of views things. I think some people, like, will find it really hard to connect with her, and I think maybe that's the point. Seeing that communication is also a big theme in this game. I think some people might also see this ending as bad, but I think that's just visual novel brain talking, like, where you just kind of expect the happy-dappy ending for them to be together, and they are. It's just, I think the existence of non-existence, I guess, for this character just really fits. And I think it worked really well for what this route was trying to say and do. So I guess for now, I will jump to the back seat and let this song finish playing out, and then I will catch you back on the title screen where we will wrap things up. Or is a work of fiction? Anime is not real. Oh, we don't get a maybe in this one? Okay, anime is definitely real then. Don't let anybody tell you any different. Especially a dumb plushie on the screen and at the end of a Let's Play video. Anyway, yeah, I like that ending. I think that worked fine. I think that it can be a little too hard to follow at points. There's definitely a point where we were going over the meaning of meaning and Alice for what felt like 200 years. And I think that maybe there could have been someone around with, like, an edit button and said, hey, you know, you've explained this concept 17 times already. Maybe we could cut out these 11 others. I think the player's got to we need to trust the player at some point that they've grasped the concept. Anyway, I've got to go because this episode is really long and there's so much editing I'm gonna have to do on this damn thing. So I will see you the next time I see you. You have a nice rest of your whatever.